One day, I'm going to roll my eyes so hard that I pass out. And today might be that day when I am lying in my hospital bed, hooked up to the IVs and monitors, and the doctor asks,
"What happened to her?"
I will rise out of my bed and tell them. Sarah couldn't help but make comments about my weight. It's relentless. I've never been a small girl, and it took me a while to learn that that was okay. I was bullied mercilessly in school, but once I escaped my small town and went to university, I found my confidence. I embraced my beauty and made incredible and supportive friends. But then there was Sarah. Sarah was a recent addition to our tight-knit friendship group. My friends Amy and Steph and Charlie and I met Sarah during a night out. We hit it off instantly. We followed each other on Instagram and soon become close. Months passed and Sarah became a permanent fixture in our adventures. She was slim and tall, like a supermodel on the cover of a fashion magazine from 1997. She had jet black hair that was cut to her shoulders, and it hung like a curtain over her forehead. She somehow always smelled of raspberries and always knew what funny thing to say right in the moment. The first little comment that I noticed was during a bottomless brunch. We'd all got dolled up with the intention of feeding ourselves, then ingraciously day drinking. We hadn't been out for a while, so we made a day of it. I wore a matching red pleather top and trouser set. My blonde hair was curled and my makeup was done to perfection. I felt great. We all looked stunning. We feverishly helped ourselves to the bottomless mimosas and were already starting to feel dizzy by the time the food was served. I dug into my burger, my teeth biting into the heavenly textures of beef, lettuce, tomato, and cheese. Just as the flavors began bursting onto my taste buds, I heard a faint, "Are you seriously going to eat that much?" It was quiet, but my ears followed it to Sarah, whose look of shock on her face was palpable. "Excuse me?" I said. I wiped the sauce from the corner of my mouth. "I just can't believe you can eat all of that. But you're bigger than me, I guess." "I'll barely be able to finish the burger," she said. I narrowed my eyes, but decided to drop it. Maybe she was being innocent. But as time went on, I realized she wasn't just making an innocent comment. These comments continued and continued. I'm not sure if she was completely oblivious to the impact of her words, or she was genuinely trying to wear away at my self-esteem. But it was working. I don't know what I've done to upset her, but it's like every time she looked at me, she was disgusted. I called her out once, but she claimed it was just banter and that I needed to take a joke. But it didn't feel like a joke to me. We went shopping for clothes and makeup one day and she said, "You would look so much prettier if you lost a couple of pounds." Or once we were at a restaurant and when I ordered a salad and a cake for dessert, she said, "I thought you maybe had started a diet when you ordered that salad, but obviously not." It was driving me crazy. I finally lost my cool while at Love Saves the Day festival, a cute music festival in Bristol. As we were dancing and having a great time, a handsome guy walked up to me and started a conversation. I immediately recognized him as Jack from my introduction to the marine ecosystem lectures. He's drop dead gorgeous, tan skin and a perfect jawline, broad shoulders, and an Irish accent that could make you melt. We talked, we danced, and we laughed. It was brilliant. He was clearly attracted to me. He stole a quick glance at my lips, gently touched my arm whenever he could, and listened to my every word. When he went to buy us drinks, Sarah immediately turned to me and said, "Why is he speaking to you?" "What do you mean?" I answered, completely confused at the question. "Why pick you? I mean, you're..." She drew out the words and raised her eyebrow. She turned to the other girls for support, but they looked stunned. "Fat," I finished for her, crossing my arms over my chest. "Well..." She looked away, avoiding my gaze completely, but quickly continuing. "He's just using you. You're just angry because he kept ignoring you every time you tried to speak to him," I pointed out. "No," Sarah said. She scrunched up her face. "I just don't think he's right for you." "That's bull," I said, shaking my head. "You don't like that he's paying attention to me. You're just bitter and jealous." "I can't believe this." Sarah laughed. "Face it, you constantly make horrible comments to me about my weight, but you know what? I don't care anymore. You're just a bully. A jealous little bully that gets off on making others feel miserable. I am happy with myself, but can you say the same? Sarah scoffs. Of course I'm happy. I take pride in my appearance. I'm just trying to encourage you to be your best self. You're not encouraging me. You're just being a terrible friend. In fact, forget it. I don't want to spend any more time with you. You are a toxic person, and I don't want your negative comments affecting me anymore, I said with solid finality. What? She shrieked and looked over to the other girls. Aren't you guys going to say something? They shrugged and echoed my concerns, all agreeing with me. The validation felt good. To feel supported. Fine, I don't want to be friends with anyone who's happy to be so unhealthy anyway. She walked off, or more accurately, stormed off. I watched her as she left, and also watched as Jack returned with a smile on his face and drinks in his hand. Don't let anybody make you feel ashamed of your body. You are beautiful and worthy of love, no matter your size. Can you relate? Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps us to grow.